course, he said, but the main message is just to settle down.
They'll start this series from the 25. One of the toughest environments in the NFL over the last decade and a half. There's Sony Michel. Stop is made by Justin Matabike. Let's get a little bit more on the Ravens, Pam.
Yeah, John Harbaugh really liked the way that Tyler Huntley's playing. He's doing a nice job protecting the ball. He's doing a nice job running the offense. He's just playing with so much poise, he said, defensively, that it's important to keep everything in front of us. Watch the comebacks and the edge, he said.
That was exactly what you talked about, Greg. Pam pointed it out, trying to keep the deep plays at a minimum against the Rams offense.
Yep.
2nd and 9. Fake to Cup. Dump off for Michel. Had to reach out to grab it. He's touched down by Josh Bynes, and it will set up a 3rd down and long.
Nice job there by Baltimore's defense. They tried to kind of show that quick smoke route, and then they tried to pop Odell Beckham in behind. Nice job by Jimmy Smith staying disciplined.
Rams go a little tempo to keep Baltimore in the same personnel grouping. So Stafford takes a deep shot for Van Jefferson. He has been the beneficiary of Cooper Kupp, and he picks up a big one to the 37 of Baltimore.
It's something Sean McVay told us all week. He said, we're going to keep their package on the field. Look at Van Jefferson. He just stacks Chuck Clark eye to eye, makes him play both ways, then just sticks that foot across his face. Great throw by Stafford. Those are the chunk plays, Pam. You heard Pam talk about it. It's exactly what Baltimore has to try to limit.
Yeah.
Really well designed by Sean McVay to go hurry up between 2nd and 3rd down. A lot of people call it the Jordan package, right? 23.
Yep.
They have an alert for that.
35-yard gain. 1st down. Off the play fake. Has the check down to Michel. Slips one tackle and picks up the 1st down on a gain of a dozen. Down to the 25-yard line.
Yep, that time Baltimore played a real soft, high-level shell. All their underneath defenders got a ton of depth. Great job by Matthew Stafford. Just get the ball out of your hand. If it's not open quick, check it down. Run after catch by Sony Michel. Set yourself up with another 1st down.
When you got a quarterback like Matthew Stafford, one of the things that Sean McVay has had to do is keep drilling it into his head. Hey, you don't have to go to the 3rd or 4th. Keep it simple. Exactly.
So talented. He can make every throw anywhere on the field, and sometimes it gets him in trouble.
He believes in that right arm, right? Here is Michel again. Good run, and Calais Campbell runs him down after a pickup into the red zone.
Baltimore needs to catch their breath here. This is an opening drive. We said it, after everything that went wrong offensively for the Rams in the 1st half, getting the ball here to start the 3rd quarter, they got a chance with a touchdown to end up taking the lead. So settle down here.
Good game for Sony Michel so far. He gets another carry. And he's got a hole and a 1st down to the 11-yard line. This running scheme has done so well as of late.
Look right here. Usually it's Cooper Kupp. This time it's Ben Skoranek. Look at him go inside here and dig out the corner. Jimmy Smith. Bang. It's really good design. This run game. I know everybody wants to talk about the elaborate pass schemes and Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford. Their run game is a lot of fun to watch. They use tight ends, receivers. Everybody's involved. It's really fun run scheme to study.
Jake Funk is in the game as one of the 5 targets. Stafford under pressure, lost the football, and the Ravens may have it. Justin Houston out of the pack. Tyus Bowser knocked it free. Ravens with their 3rd takeaway.
Well, we said their defense needed to step up and settle down. A strip sack fumble will do just that. Got ourselves set up for what's going to be an exciting 2nd half here in Baltimore.
Bowser the knockaway, Houston the recovery. Ravens have it and the lead.
Progressive presents At home with Baker Mayfield.
I'm happy she's renovating her kitchen, but if I have to hear about subway tile one more time...
I know, right? She acts like she's the first person to ever put it in her home.
Hello, 1904?
Thank you.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, driving a new car, but couldn't donate to my walk-a-thon.
She's a good egg, though.
You know what she is?
She is.
Did you hear she's pulling her kids out of tennis?
Stop it. Again?
Local restaurants have been hit hard by fees from delivery apps.
They take a huge chunk of our bottom line. All of that comes out of our pocket and goes to them.
So Domino's franchisees went to local restaurants and bought $100,000 of their gift cards to give out to our customers. That way, they could support a mom and pop by ordering directly from them.
And no one got hit by delivery app fees.
I can't believe one restaurant is buying another restaurant's gift certificates to give out, but it sure is wonderful.
So if you're not getting Domino's, skip the delivery apps and order directly from a local restaurant.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
Fox Thursday. One bachelor's rich, the other is poor, but the women won't know who until the very end.
What's a reality show without a few little twists?
Joe Millionaire for Richer or Poorer premieres this Thursday on Fox.
When you're an offensive tackle right here at 79 Rob Havenstein, you have to know where your chippers are, because that's going to affect. You have to go straight back. Havenstein gets a lot of width, and now watch the chip on Bowser. Almost gives him the inside move. See how he overset and he opened up all this space? Offensive tackles have to understand who are my chip to help, where's my edges that are going to help me, and in that case, with Jake Funk sitting off your right hip, just drop straight back, stay inside out, and that chip's going to put him right on top of you.
Havenstein, second straight game after he had missed a couple against Arizona and Seattle. Bowser with that strip sack, his 7th sack of the year to lead the Ravens. Houston the recovery, and the first play after, Freeman picks up a couple running into Von Miller. Boy, they are happy to have Justin Houston back this week, one of the several reinforcements for the Baltimore defense that have played well today.
I know it doesn't show up as a stat. Watch Aaron Donald. They're going to pull. They're trying to block back on him with Tristan Colon. You can't. You try to back block on him, he beats you. You try to cut him off, he beats you across your face. I mean, I know he didn't quite get there, but trust me, that back feels that.
As part of that rush, Greg Gaines ends up bringing down Huntley, but a flag is thrown from the far side of the field. Anytime you see a splash play from the front.
Defense number 54.
Sometimes you get a little head start, and that's what Leonard Floyd had on that particular play. But you're so right about Aaron Donald. And I've had the Rams a couple times. You've seen him over the years. Everybody's game plan. Line item number 1 for an offensive coordinator of an opposition of the Rams is 99. Where is he, and how do we run away from him? How do we attack him, if at all? Greg Gaines in the backfield. Devontae Freeman is tackled for a loss. 3rd down coming up. Carissa Thompson's got a game break.
I sure do. Adam, Colts trailing 13-10. Indianapolis clinches a playoff berth with a win. Carson Wentz, whose status was up in the air because of COVID, buys some time, throws it downfield. Tipped, caught by T.Y. Hilton, 45-yard score. Colts have their first lead of the day, 17-13.
You and KB and Pam got a chance to see them recently. Wow, they're a fun team to watch.
That's a team, you talk about that AFC playoff picture. That's a team that might come in to division winner, be a handful.
Battling with Tennessee, who can win the AFC South today. Pass the stick, there's Marquise Brown with the catch in front of Troy Reeder. It's good enough for a first down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Reeder ended up on Brown, but you know who was on the backside one-on-one versus Mark Andrews? Jalen Ramsey. It's going to be interesting to watch as they start identifying, as Raheem Morris, the D corner, starts identifying in key situations, where is Huntley going with the ball? After a few chances there, number 5 is going to find his way to whoever's making those plays.
Absolutely. And again, Marquise Brown, the 5 on the other side. He's been one of the best third down targets for Jackson and Huntley over the course of the year. Fake to Freeman. Pressure off the backside from Copeland. Looking for Hollywood Brown. He was matched up with Jordan Fuller. Second down coming up.
Nice job by the Rams there, forcing pressure. Just got Tyler Huntley off his spot. So he was able to set up there. He had Mark Andrews running a sail, like an outside breaking corner. So Marquise Brown kind of come back to him. He had some options down the field, but a really nice job by that Rams front, moving him off his spot and forcing him to flush out to the right.
Freeman slipping tackles, and he's got a first down. Fuller on the tackle, out across the 40-yard line. Picks up 12.
You can hear the great audio. He went double count, and then you heard him say yes, yes, yes. He's looking at these 2 high safeties in this light box. Reader is the only guy in there. He's saying, so he gets a call in the huddle. If it's a good run look, he's going to say yes, yes, yes. And then he's going to run it. If he doesn't like the look, because there's only one safety or a heavy box, he has the chance to kill it.
Pressure quickly from the Rams. Andrews makes the catch, and he drags defenders inside the 45 of Los Angeles. Good recognition from Tyler Huntley there with that quick pressure coming.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't have to be complicated. You can see Mark Andrews, he just comes off and he just finds a spot, and he's just open. Right? I mean, sometimes we make this real elaborate play design, and we want sometimes just run. If it's zone, find a soft spot and look back at the quarterback and catch it.
Freeman again. A couple of yards running into Sean Robinson.
There's something about Mark Andrews, and it's something we talk a lot about with Cooper Kupp, but you can really say it for both of them on both these teams. I had a coach tell me when I was young once, he said, there's 2 players that I don't want to coach. I don't want to coach the guy who doesn't do what he's told and he doesn't do what he's coached. And then I don't want the guy who only does what he's coached.
Right.
And both these players and the real great ones throughout the league, they have an ability to make real-time decisions that might not be exactly what's on the play, exactly what's on paper, but they make great real-time decisions. They get open, they find space. And these 2 guys do that at the highest level.
Little jet sweep here for Devin Duvernay. And Trayvon Howard runs him out of bounds. That's the 6th carry of the year for the second-year man out of 10.
For it.
You see the knee is down there. It looked to be a little bit short, so the knee down just seems to be, and again, we're trying to read it in real time, seem to be just shy.
You're going to see they get a win over here, but Leonard Floyd needs to keep this edge, right? Anytime you know, all right, we're going to get 3 to a side, if you're the open side rusher, you've got to put an edge on that pocket.
It is good enough for a first down, according to Bill Vinovich, after the measurement.
It's going to be close. You can see his shin is down there. You got to wonder if the Rams challenge this. It was really close.
Again, you can challenge a spot if it relates to the line to gain.
Yeah, you can see him.
And Sean McVay may toss it. Now, Sean McVay has not challenged a play this season. And he's going to throw the flag for the first time to challenge that spot. McVay 9 for 25 in his challenging career, 36% success rate. This is a key play, first down or not.
Los Angeles
Ideas are nothing until we make them real. The big ideas. And the challenging ones. Even the really good ones. They all take work, passion, perseverance, and the determination to make them better than the ones before. Everything we've ever done we imagine for the future. Honda, power.
No annual fee on any Discover card.
The BK $5 Your Way meal is here to make your choice easy and so tasty. Go straight to the Double Whopper Junior. You got small fries, 4-piece crispy nuggets, and a refreshing small drink. Can you believe you get all this for only $5? The $5 Your Way meal, only at Burger King.
'Twas grace that taught my heart to feel through many dangers, toils, and snares.
Artie Kepner and our great camera crew giving you this shot. You see Huntley flying through the air. You see where the line to gain is, and when the knee and shin go down, that ball is clearly shy of the line to gain.
After reviewing the play, the runner is short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down and a half yard. Please reset the game clock to 6 minutes, 10 seconds.
First challenge by Sean McVay this year is a successful one, and now a second opportunity on 4th and short. We've seen this for Baltimore already today.
Yeah, we saw earlier in the first half, we saw them, they went heavy, big personnel. They ran the quarterback design power there off to the left to keep that drive alive. A play caller here, Greg Roman, he has a sheet of short must-have situations, right? That was probably their top call in the quarterback power. Now this has to be your next best call. They spend all week saying, all right, gotta have it situations. 2-point plays, 3rd and 4th and short. They've got a list of plays they feel good about. We're gonna get a chance here to take a look at the second one on that list for Greg Roman in this offense.
Big personnel is out there. Jumbo set, Tyler Huntley to the line, and he squeezes through for the steep and the first down.
Really nice job. You see they didn't get up there. They call that a hurry up. So they're in the huddle, and then it's a condensed formation, so the receivers and everyone don't have a long way to run. They break the huddle as a group. They run up. It's first sound, snap it and go. That's all by design. Doesn't seem very much because of quarterback sneak, but well executed.
Latavius Murray picks up a few. Second down. And again, we talked about this at the top. We talked about this late in the first half. Long Baltimore drives combined with their takeaways are limiting the Rams' possessions and chances at the football.
Absolutely. And this is the blueprint if you're going to beat the Rams. Listen, the Rams are a really good team. They're very good on defense. Their defense has been really good. This is the 11th play of this drive. That's exactly what they need to be offensively if you're Baltimore. So far, they've executed the plan to a T.
Huntley, Von Miller came screaming in. Low throw, looks to be incomplete, and it is for Marquise Brown. Well, Tyler Huntley had some space in front of him. I thought he was going to run it, and I think, and you kind of saw his reaction. Made me think he was second-guessing what he just did right there.
Yeah, he was in between. You can see Von Miller gets a great jump. He's up the field. Now look at that space. Wow. But look at Marquise Brown. He's wide open for a first down. He's in between being a runner and being a passer, and he kind of just dirts it. It's one of those balls where you're in between and you're just kind of squeezing a little too hard and the point goes down on you. But yeah, if he ran, he would have gotten the first. If he just throws a good ball, he would have gotten the first.
3rd and 7 now. Quick throw. Looking for Bateman, and he was covered up by Jalen Ramsey.
Really good stop. This Rams defense had 2 chances there to convert. convert.
Yep.
Play prior, Huntley just takes off and runs or just throws a better ball. And then that one there, Bateman's open. You know, he had some separation. The ball kind of got away from him a little bit, went out of bounds. But nonetheless, a really good hold there coming off the previous turnover for this Rams defense to force a field goal attempt.
From 46 for Justin Tucker is already made from this distance today. This would extend it to a 2-score lead for Baltimore. True again, Justin Tucker, 16-7. Rams defense holds. Ravens extend the advantage.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is all about T-Mobile with their great phone deals for everyone every day, including customers on Sprint. Tell us more, Diane.
New and existing customers on the Magenta Max plan can trade up to the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it. Customers can also get a free year of Apple TV+. I know you love Ted Lasso, George.
Guilty as charged. T-Mobile is bringing it all together for the holidays.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us. Plus, get a free year of Apple TV+, only at T-Mobile.
You don't come to Vegas for one game, one race, one fight, one matchup, or one team. You come for the epic pregame and 3 days of postgame. You come for the showtime and go time and 24 hours of prime time. Because the game is just the beginning. Las Vegas, the greatest arena on earth.
I gotta know who oven baked my bacon. Who did it? Tyler. Come on over here, man.
Oh, wow. Ow. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
After a dramatic day one, who's next for the Universal Champion? Plus, Sami Zayn sets his sights on the Intercontinental title. An all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Well, that's what you get. You know, you get a big 6'5" tight end that can run a little, and you just get him in the end zone and throw that ball up there and let him go for a jump ball. That's exactly what Olsen does, and that's exactly what Brian Griese, he put it right where he had to.
I know we talked about this earlier, the contributions as a coach, as a broadcaster, from us, the video game obviously growing up, all of those things kind of colliding now with the jobs that you and I are fortunate enough to do. What do you think when you get to see that, man?
Got goosebumps, yeah. I mean, the fact that he called, what's a memory I'll never forget, Lambeau Field.
Sunday night
football. You got John Madden calling your first ever touchdown as a young player. You know, you've heard so many players throughout the league, so many coaches just talk. He was the soundtrack of our first and best experiences in the game of football. You know, it's just so incredible. You know, I had the opportunity to honor him in a setting like this, the impact he made on so many different people at so many different levels. You know, from a young kid playing Madden 94 in your bedroom, and all of a sudden you're on Sunday Night Football, and John Madden's calling your first touchdown. It's pretty special.
Now you and I get to work in the network that he helped establish as one of the powerhouses on your Sunday afternoon. I think that Dan Steele was on John Madden's crew as a camera operator. He's got his all Madden team shirt on, honoring the late and great John Madden, who obviously had some very important moments right here in the city of Baltimore as a coach for the Raiders.
And how cool was it for us to Pete Macheska, our producer, longtime producer in the NFL for Fox, worked with Madden when he was coming up the ranks and found those jackets we wore in the open on the pre-game hit. It was pretty special.
Pam Oliver called the Super Bowl involving the St. Louis Rams with John Madden all those years back. Here come the Rams on offense. It's Van Jefferson on the catch. Patrick Queen with the initial tackle right at the 35-yard line. Second down. Pickup of 9 on the play as the Rams find themselves down 2 scores.
See him going a little hurry-up tempo here, trying to just establish a little rhythm. That last drive prior to the strip sack was a lot more reminiscent of this offense.
Penetration from the front. There's Brandon Williams. Gets a big stop on 2nd and short.
See Brandon Williams here. This is called an ace block. The backside guard center, they're trying to scoop up here to Queen, and he just splits the double team. This A block, they just can't quite get Austin Corbett's head across the right guard, and What a huge tackle for loss. Brandon Williams.
Empty set. Stafford. Higbee got loose, and he got hit. What a play by Brandon Stevens to stop Higbee shy of the sticks and goes up 4 yards short. The rookie out of SMU, the huge tackle.
You're going to see they're going to try to run interference, all to get Tyler Higbee open. Watch Odell Beckham, he's trying to cause traffic. But what a great job by Stevens going behind all of his teammates and then still having the ability to drive and keep Tyler Higbee short of the sticks. That is a hard play and man-to-man to cover. Couldn't have played it any better.
The Rams rarely go 3 and out. That's their first 3 and out of the day. Devin Duvernay at the 11 with a fair catch. In fact, the Ravens and Rams are both in the top 5 of the league in fewest 3 and outs. A huge stop against a frustrated Rams offense for Baltimore's D.
On the season finale of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Another season almost in the books.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long off season.
Off season?
What do we do in the off season?
Off season?
Relax. We don't stop existing when the season ends.
Yeah, it's not like we live in some fictional town that's part of some elaborate marketing campaign.
What would it even be for? Dr. Pepper?
We're real people. It's not like we're the ice cold Dr. Pepper guy.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
On those fries you were craving. I'm hot, and I'm steamy, and oh man, do I smell delicious. I'm calling your name. Oh, Doug. Doug.
And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for these repairs may be tough to swallow.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
The KFC chicken sandwich is only served one way. Straight from the fryer, piping hot, and Kentucky Fried to order. If you don't like it this way, you'll have to go somewhere else. KFC, it's finger licking good.
We all need help, just different kinds. Maybe you need a little. Maybe you need a lot. At H&R Block, get the expert tax help you need, online and in person. Help is here.
This is Next Level Chef.
These chefs will have to compete at every level.
This is not next level cooking.
It was brutal.
Oh my goodness me.
Next Level Chef premieres tonight on Fox.
What's the fallout from WWE Day 1? And what's next for the Universal Champion Roman Reigns? Find out on the first SmackDown of the new year. It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live this Friday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Got a heck of a back-and-forth bout tonight. 16-7 Ravens with the lead and the ball. There's Aaron Donald as Baltimore will set up inside its own 15.
I'm sure people right now are sitting at home saying Olsen just made a big deal about his first touchdown. He wasn't even in bounds. I'm so old at it. I caught that ball in 2007. There was the force-out rule.
Yeah, you're still there.
You're a young football watcher, and you don't know what that is. But when I came in the league back then, if you were deemed to have been pushed out of bounds by the defender, you did not have to get both feet in. Of course, that rule's been changed, but fortunately for me, it counted.
Back in that long-begone era, right? Yeah. When you first showed up. Comeback route for Rashad Bateman, who slips down at the 20. You can see he was frustrated that he lost his feet, but he still picked up a good gain of first down. Give him 7 on the play.
Yeah, nice job there. First and second down. Traditionally, this Ravens team wants to run the ball and try to get into third and manageable. But sometimes you got to come out and take the chances on first and second down. Put yourself in now an opportunity where you can run it, you can go play action, forces the defense to play a little bit more honest when you're efficient on first down. And then you jump off sides and lose all of that.
Offense number 78, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
I thought he was shifting. I thought he was just shifting to an unbalance. He was pretty fast in his movement there.
Goes from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 8 for Greg Roman. 3rd year as the offensive coordinator, the assistant of the year in the NFL in 2019, the year that Lamar Jackson won the MVP. Going up against Raheem Morris in his 1st year as the defensive coordinator for the Rams. Remember, he was a former offensive assistant. That goes into how he tries to predict what an offense is going to do against his defense. Pressure, Leonard Floyd chasing Huntley, and a little bit of help from Von Miller to put him down. The edge rushers of the Rams team up for the takedown.
So this is gone. You can't hold on to that ball by the design of the protection. You don't have both of those guys accounted for, and in that case, Leonard Floyd's the free rusher.
Forces a 3rd and long. A lot of pressure in Huntley's face, and he has to launch it away. It was Leonard Floyd again. So they went from 2nd and 3 at the 20 to being backed up and having to punt away.
Self-inflicted negatives. You said it. You gained 7 yards on a nice 1st down completion. Got your entire playbook at your disposal. You jump, and then of course we saw the previous 2 plays. Floyd made his presence felt here the last 2 snaps. See how much better of a job he did by putting an edge on that pocket earlier in the game when Huntley broke contain. He kind of let him outside. It was a much better job rushing through the outside shoulder of the tackle, forcing the ball to be thrown away.
Sam Cook just got it away with pressure in his face. Brandon Powell gonna work to the sideline, and he takes it out across the 40. Nick Moore, the long snapper, helps to run him out of bounds. Good field position for Los Angeles, despite the 62-yard punt. Well, the NFL's Inspire Change initiative focuses on reducing barriers to opportunity and creating progress in education, economic advancement, community and police relations, and criminal justice reform. Text NFLIC to 635635 to learn more. It takes all of us to advance social justice. Obviously an incredibly important initiative here in the city of Baltimore as well. Charm City, the site. Key game for the Ravens, trying to stay in the AFC playoff picture. The Rams trying to win and root for Dallas to try to lock up the NFC West today. Dallas plays Arizona next on Fox. Sony Michel with the cutback. And another good run from Sony Michel, picks up 10.
Really nice job here on the backside by Cooper Kupp. Rob Havenstein, the right tackle. You can see they get good movement front side, and then Sony Michel, they kind of just rides that wave, right? He just rides that wave backside. The front side needs to hold their ground, and then someone on the backside of every run play, especially zone run, needs to distort the defense and allow the running back to come back. Well done there.
Off the fake, here's Higbee. Tyler Higbee running over to Seymour, and then forced out of bounds. They'll put him just shy of the line to gain. 2nd down and short coming up.
When the Rams can run the ball as efficiently as they did on that 1st down play, it opens everything up. Sean McVay's greatest asset as a play caller is his ability to make every run and every pass on the snap look almost the exact same way. And the success of that run game leads to the success of the play action game. We got ourselves to store a heck of a 4th quarter coming up here, Adam.
16-7 Ravens. Come on back.
Don't have a good day. A great day.
It's showtime.
This is my house.
Clock is ticking. Do your thing.
He take that drop step, he's dunking it on you.
I thought you actually had done your homework for once.
Are we gonna be clean or are we gonna be dirty? Cause I'm gonna give it back to you, plus you can help.
What? I will bet you all you will.
What is happening? How you doing? You good?
I'm really good.
2 players.
1 team.
Boy, you have blossomed into something special right now. If you are what you eat, then you are who you beat. That's a 1-piece spicy. That's what I'm talking about.
First things first, sports fans.
Nick is fired up.
Check and check. Nick, he knows a thing or two. You just can't get it. Chris, well, he's seen a thing or two.
That was interesting.
And Jenna and Kevin, stay with it, buddy. They sure can talk a thing or two.
Have you met us? That's what we do.
All those things you love.
LeBron, Mahomes, Tom Brady,
Katie.
Dak Prescott.
They might love even more.
Unbelievable.
We are going to dive right in.
So make this your first play of the day. First things first, mornings on FS1.
Biggest story of the day has been turnovers, 3 of them by the Rams, leading directly to points for the Ravens, something that they had really struggled with over the course of the year. The pick 6 by Clark, another interception by Clark, his first career 2-pick day, and then this strip sack by Bowser on Stafford in the red zone. The Ravens were able to drive down the field. Last week, a franchise record, a dubious one, giving up all those yards to the Bengals. Today, a much bigger improvement with some of those reinforcements back today. Start of the 4th quarter, Don Martindale's defense is out there. For Stafford and company. Sony Michel continuing to put it together on the ground, averaging about 4.5 per carry. Moves the chains. Rams have been stymied for the most part offensively. Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford have accounted for the lone points today on a touchdown connection. Kupp has not had a catch since that touchdown. He's in the slot, and that little bunch to the right. Stafford finds Skoranek. Open field tackle by Young. So you saw Cooper Kupp kind of blocking and releasing there, and that opened it up for Skoranek.
And he does it almost in every play. There's very few plays that he's not an integral part of either the run game, the action, or of course, we all know what he does in the passing game. He's just such a unique player. You know, we had our all Madden jackets, right? John Madden loved to pick out players that he just felt embodied the game the right way. You got to imagine John Madden would identify Cooper Kupp. On the Ravens, guys like Calais Campbell, they're everything right about the game, how hard they play, they're tough.
And versatile. Versatile too, right? In the backfield now. Stafford has Kupp. There's Cooper Kupp for the first down. Spinning his way inside the 10. He's the new Rams record holder for yardage in a single season, and he sets up the Rams at 1st and goal. He just passed Isaac Bruce's 1995 record. One of the best ever in Rams history, Isaac Bruce. Cooper Kupp passes him up, and he is now top 5 for a single season. And don't forget, another game next week.
And how cool is it? Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp,
Matthew Stafford.
It's pretty incredible.
From the 8, Michel slips one tackle and finally brought down. Houston had to do a lot of work just to make sure Michel didn't get to the end zone that time. 2nd and goal.
And this run game, now the balance. This is the balance that the Rams have been so good with, right? Of course, the passing game, now the run, the complement. You see the pressure it puts on Baltimore on defense when both elements of their offense are working hand in hand. You see they got Van Jefferson and Cooper Kupp. That 3-man bunch off to the right. They can run block.
They will. And Michel will burrow in for the touchdown. Back down to a 1-score game.
There's just very few teams who can only leave one tight end, Tyler Higbee, and then build that front on the goal line with 2 wide receivers and get that kind of push. Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, you can see them. They're in this 3-man bunch right here. And now look at the movement. 3 for 3. He's untouched until he's in the end zone. It's a credit to these receivers. It's a credit to their team concept of just buying into what they want to be.
You focused on Cooper Kupp on that drive because of all the things that he can do. We saw what he can do. Caught the ball for 21 yards to set the new Rams record. Helped block on the touchdown to send Michelle in. 2-point game, 12 to go in Baltimore.
It's a most unusual day. Feel like throwing my worries away. As an old native-born Californian would say, it's a most unusual day. It's a most unusual sky. Not a sign of a cloud passing by. If my heart won't behave in the usual way.
Experience the power of sanctuary at the Lincoln Wishlist event.
At Chipotle, real food always starts with real ingredients in real kitchens. When you order Chipotle, real food starts with you. Whether it's in restaurant, pickup, or delivery. However you Chipotle is the easiest way to Chipotle.
You clean dishes as you cook to save time and stay ahead of the mess. But scrubbing still takes time. Now there's Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. The faster, easier way to clean as you go. It cleans grease 5 times faster. On easy messes, just spray, wipe, and rinse. On tough messes, the spray-activated suds cut through grease on contact without water. Just wipe and rinse. Get dishes done faster. Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Now available in free and clear.
You are trouble.
I did what I did to save my son, but this is not who I am. I'm just a cleaning lady.
The Cleaning Lady series premiere tomorrow on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by Lincoln. This winter, wish for the unexpected.
Since the 1970 merger, there have only been 3 wide receiver triple crowns. Jerry Rice in 1990, Sterling Sharp in 1992, and the last, Steve Smith of the Carolina Panthers in 2005. Cooper Kupp came into action today leading the NFL in those triple crown categories. He's added 4 grabs, 67 yards, and another touchdown today. He's got a little bit of a gap between the rest of the field right now, too.
What a group to find yourself. Played with Steve Smith. Not the year in 2005 that he was the Triple Crown winner, but man, what a competitor he is. He was a heck of a player. Got to play alongside him for a few years. Then, of course, Jerry Rice
and Charmy, Hall of Famers.
I mean, if he can accomplish that in today's era with the amount of really talented guys of every team across the league, it'd be a heck of an accomplishment.
So we set it up for you earlier today for Baltimore. The only way the Ravens can be eliminated from the playoffs today is if they lose this game to Los Angeles and 3 teams win today. Those 3 teams are Miami, Las Vegas, and the LA Chargers. Cincinnati is a key game in the Ravens picture as well, because if the Bengals lose twice and the Ravens win twice, then the Ravens can still win the AFC North. That's how much of a logjam there is in the AFC. Baltimore is one of 11 teams that has either 7, 8, or 9 wins.
I feel like I'm watching election night.
I know.
Precinct.
The precincts too early to report, you know?
Gives me a headache.
Here is Devontae Freeman breaking free into Rams territory inside the 45-yard line. 32-yard run for Devontae Freeman, the longest of his season.
Alejandro Villanueva, the left tackle, does a great job setting this edge. You see Wallace, he's going to be the fallback player. Look what it does to Reeder. He's going out the backside. They have no pursuit over the top. Villanueva sets that left edge. Devontae Freeman, of course, I played against him a million times. Longtime Falcon. For a while in his prime, was one of the best backs in the league. Yep. He's really done a good job filling in for what's been a really battered running back core.
Good pull by Tyler Huntley. Freeman took the punishment, And Huntley will run it along on a good gain. We were talking about all the other scores. Carissa Thompson, what you got for us, my friend?
Oh, I got a whole lot, Adam. Bucks down by 14. Brady is going to connect with Cameron Great on this 4-yard score. But moments before that, Antonio Brown took his jersey off, left the field after throwing his shirt and gloves into the stands. It was reported that Mike Evans tried to calm him down, but to no avail. He left in the middle of the game for no apparent reason. Bucks down by 7.
A little bit of drama over the last 2 weeks, in particular in Tampa Bay. That is terrible.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Of course, we don't know exactly what happened.
Here's Hollywood Brown, the cousin of Antonio Brown. Takes it down to the 26-yard line.
Again, against Jalen Ramsey, we've seen him now a couple times in the slot. Jalen Ramsey following him. Once again, Tyler Huntley pre-snap says, I'm going to Marquise Brown. Second time he's run that little inside slant, finding an off zone. On time, in rhythm. That ball comes out. It's hard to stop.
Right back to Latavius Murray, spinning his way down to the 20.
What an answer. What an answer for this Baltimore offense. You just see Los Angeles go down the field, end up punching it in to make this a 2-point game, and the young quarterback says, all right, no problem, Matthew Stafford, I'm going to match it. Now he's got his team at least in field goal range. He just can't help but come away today just so impressed with Tyler Huntley, his poise. Heard John Harbaugh tell Pam coming out of half.
Here's Murray again. I don't think he ever went down, and he extended that ball past the line to gain. Kind of surfing a defender in A'Shawn Robinson there.
Yeah, and everything we just said about Devontae Freeman, you in essence just say the exact same thing about Latavius Murray. Yeah, he never was down. You can see him fighting. His elbow's not down. Yeah, good spot. He definitely got that first down.
Yeah, they gave it to him, and rightfully so, to the 16. 153 rushing yards from Baltimore's offense today. They came in top 5 in the NFL. They're keeping it on the ground.
They got to try to keep this a one-score game and force a field goal attempt, but Baltimore's had a great drive.
There is Murray, nearly slipped free, and it was Jordan Fuller with the potential touchdown saving tackle down to the 10-yard line.
You know, a guy that doesn't get a ton of credit, but he's a Pro Bowler, Patrick Ricard. You're going to see he's going to come and just meet Reader right in the hole. You know, we don't spend a lot of time talking about fullbacks in the NFL anymore, but the handful of teams that have them, they really use them well. Juszczyk in San Francisco, of course. Ricard here in Baltimore hasn't had him the last few weeks. He's got a big role in this system. You saw it there.
Another run play. 6 of 7 on this drive have been runs. And another good one from Murray to get close to the sticks. Third down and short coming up. Approaching 8 minutes to play in the fourth. And a huge play coming in front right now to try to extend this series. If the Ravens score a touchdown again, it makes it a 2-score game approaching the halfway point. And what have we talked about all day, Greg? Long Baltimore drives, chewing up clock, limiting Rams possessions.
Yeah, this, I mean, you can't, you said it. I know there's a lot of time left. There's a critical down here to keep this drive going.
It is Murray. It is a first down. It's first down and goal for Baltimore.
Well, this is a style we've seen from Baltimore now throughout the course of the season. I think it's so important to point out. Last week was clearly a disaster for them. They went in shorthanded, a lot of COVID elevations, and they got beat pretty soundly against Cincinnati. But this team has been highly competitive all year. I mean, they were the #1 seed. They've lost a couple of games of late on failed 2-point tries. Pittsburgh, Green Bay. So, I mean, yeah, last week was an anomaly, you know, getting kind of throttled in Cincinnati. But this is a really physical, tough team, and they've got a lot of pride. This has been a really impressive drive against a good defense.
Needs the snap, gives it to Murray. Short gain, second and goal. Inside of 7 minutes to play.
Another example there of Jalen Ramsey shadowing Mark Andrews. Got to see if that's something that they stick with here, thinking that's the go-to guy for Tyler Huntley and take him away from the progression if they attempt to pass here. Mark Andrews right on cue, just came out of the game, so I don't think they're probably going to throw it to him.
Got 3 receivers out there. On 2nd and goal. Murray chopped down from behind. Greg Gaines is having a great season. Remember, he's battling that hand injury. You see it taped up almost like a club on that right hand. He has played so well as of late.
You're going to see Gaines right here. He's just going to slip the backside of Cologne, the center. He's a really good shade, which is the guy who kind of lines up off the outside tip of the shoulder pad of the center. You see that hand. He's kind of holding it. That probably didn't feel good. That finger's kind of banged up. He's battling, but he's been a really good player this year, and he's fighting through a hand injury.
3rd down and goal. Play clock was winding down. Penalty markers thrown by the back judge for delay of game.
Oh, sideline's got to bail him out there.
Yeah, timeout.
Timeout in.
Offense number 2. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Now, I've always heard guys talk about this in a couple of ways, depending on their perspective. You get this deep inside the 10-yard line, it almost helps you out a little bit in terms of space for the offense.
It does, but when you have a quarterback who can run, and you have a very multiple run game, play action, the threat of run being inside the 5-yard line for this style offense is critical.
That's interesting, yeah. Good.
Aaron Rodgers, and I'm some of these pass-happy guys. I want space. For this system, I think it's a little different. I'm going to see Andrews and Jalen Ramsey up top.
Huntley looking in that direction, trying to navigate, and brought down by Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd.
Yeah, so that's the problem. It's 3rd and goal from the 9. You have to throw the ball. You got Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald lined up. For whatever reason, the center's got to come this way. He's a little late.
Oh, my
Aaron
goodness.
I don't know what made the center not push. You got the best 2 pass rushers on their team lined up to the same side. Just take the right side of the line to them. Try to help your guard. It's a huge play there by Aaron Donald. It seems he knows he's very timely with the impact plays he makes.
So again, a field goal keeps it at a 1-score game. That is a massive stop by the Rams. Tucker 4 for 4, but it's still a touchdown game with 4.5 remaining. John Harbaugh, how many of those big breaths and sighs has he let out this year in a tight season? It's up to Stafford and Cup and company to try to take the lead.
Next question. Archie, is this your first meeting with Caesar and Cleopatra?
We met in Miami in 2007.
Ah, the helmet catch. Right, Eli?
Actually, that was 2008 in Phoenix. Miami was Peyton's first Super Bowl.
Also great, but not as great as the helmet catch.
I would have hit him in the numbers, probably.
Who cares? We're all Caesars. Am I right? Even Cooper. He's my favorite.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Nice. We are all Caesars, and the Mannings are also Caesars.
When does an underdog stop being an underdog? After the first big win? The second? Try never. Because being an underdog isn't about how much you win. It's about how hard you're willing to work for it. And making sure your opponents never know your next move. Which is why some of us make a point of staying underdogs. Even when we're on top. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one outpizzas the Hut.
A record-breaking storm hit
This is Captain Owen Strand requesting emergency assistance.
I don't know if I'll be able to fix this.
911 Lone Star season premiere, followed by the premiere of The Cleaning Lady, tomorrow on Fox.
Seton Hall clashes with UConn. And Michigan State battles Michigan. College hoops tip off Saturday at 11:30 Eastern on Fox.
First ever Week 18 season finale. 2 games with our friends at ESPN and ABC on Saturday. They'll have a doubleheader for you. CBS and Fox will have a doubleheader for you. And then NBC primetime will be a massive Week 18 with all of the movement in the AFC playoff picture. The Bengals have taken the lead on the Chiefs by 3 in the fourth quarter. A win for Cincinnati locks up the AFC North. Tennessee trying to close out the AFC South today. They would do that with a win. And Mark Andrews, frustrated after that long Baltimore drive, ends up in just 3 points. And it's still a one-score game. Now take me back to maybe why he was so frustrated and who he was matched up against on that last play.
We mentioned before that series, are we going to see Jalen Ramsey? You're going to see Jalen Ramsey. He's got Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is going to try to capture. They call this a leverage corner, run on his outside shoulder. Now this ball needs to be thrown out here on time. He's got a shot at this ball. And I think when he came to the sideline, he's saying, come on, take a chance. Huntley came out looking that way. He must not have liked the matchup, or he must not have liked the angle he had. I think Mark Andrews had a shot there if that ball's thrown on time out to that front pylon. All-time favorite route. Used to call them slot sevens, man. Paid a lot of bills with that route.
From the 25, it's Matthew Stafford. Fires for Higbee, and he's got him for a first down. Lost the football at the 40! And the Ravens may have it again, and they do! Geno Stone comes out with it. If it's a catch and a fumble, it's Baltimore ball.
Gonna take a look here. See if this ball comes loose before the fumble hits the ground. No, they're going to rule him down there.
Brown caused the fumble. Brown caused
clearly
it.
Down.
Yep.
Dodged a bullet.
So they spot him for a 15-yard gain instead at the 40-yard line. Geno Stone came in to submarine Higbee. As soon as the elbow goes down, plays dead. Right there.
Yep. Nice job by the officials getting that squared away without having to use a challenge or a review.
Deep drop, looking deep for Cooper Kupp, right on cue, inside the 40 of Baltimore. Tackled by Geno Stone at the 36 of the Ravens.
It's a great job by Matthew Stafford. He knows that in order to complete this ball, he's got to control the middle linebacker. Watch him bring Queen to the front side. It's just enough to kind of get that ball off his front side. Cooper Kupp just has a knack for finding those zones, getting to the right spot. You know where he's going with the ball.
Stafford, right back to Cooper Kupp, and out of bounds. Run out by Tavon Young. Matthew Stafford already 3 times this season has had a game-winning drive. 41 of them in his NFL career. Did it in that Tuesday night game a couple of weeks back against Seattle. He is 8th all-time in that category. One of the best to ever do it. Down by 5, 2:40 to go. Second down and 6.
Sometimes the greatest quality you can have in your quarterback, regardless of what's happened throughout the course of the game goes your way or doesn't, can you be at your best when your best is needed? Matthew Stafford, those stats suggest that he's been just that.
Stafford to his second read, and it's Ben Skowronek making the catch. That is his 10th career grab, and it comes at a big time to move the chains.
You said it. That was his second read. He tried coming out to his left to Cooper Kupp. He was covered. He went over to his right side. Ben Skowronek, they kind of both ran mirror routes. Him and Cooper Kupp ran inside slants. Of course, Cooper Kupp gets a lot of attention. Matthew Stafford came off his first read. Puts it right on Skowronek.
Beckham and Kupp to the left. Sony Michel had a steam and a good gain inside the 10 to take us to the 2-minute warning. Rams down 5 with the football deep in Baltimore territory. What a fabulous game it's been. Back and forth, coming right down to the wire here in Baltimore.
All right, here we go. Miller in motion. Wait, is that a baby on the field? It looks like it, Craig.
And the defensive linemen are playing peekaboo. I've never seen anything like that before.
Harris now appears to be burping the baby.
That's a great moment right there.
Ref going to the rule book here.
Well, wait a minute. Harris is off to the races.
We don't need any more trick plays.
Touchdown!
But we could all use more ways to save.
Are you kidding me?
It's gonna be a long bus ride home for the defense.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
At Lowe's, with endless ways to organize what you need, you'll find some of the peace of mind you want at prices you really want. Start the year fresh at Lowe's. Shop Lowe's Store and Save event now, in-store and online.
You could fret about that email you just sent with a typo, and most of the info is totally outdated. Or you could use Slack and edit your message after it's sent. Whew. Slack, where the future works.
Hulu has live TV? Hulu has live sports?
They do.
It also has over 75 live channels.
Woo! Flip like cable, stream like Hulu.
The BK $5 Your Way meal is here to make your choice easy and so tasty. Go straight to the Double Whopper Jr. with piping hot small fries, 4-piece crispy nuggets, and a refreshing small drink. Can you believe you get all this for only $5? The $5 Your Way meal, only at Burger King.
Week 17 continues later today on CBS and Fox, then tonight on NBC. Tune in tomorrow for Monday Night Football on ESPN. Stream games on mobile with the Yahoo Sports and NFL apps.
Today's game is sponsored by Burger King. Get the $5 Your Way meal with the Double Whopper Jr.
State Farm Game Break is coming up next before America's Game of the Week. Many of you will see the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys in a key contest. Rams with a win and an Arizona loss would clinch the NFC West. Ravens with the tenuous lead right now of less than a touchdown. Big 2nd down and 2 coming up. Both teams have all 3 timeouts with which to work.
Again, that's something that Baltimore is going to have to start managing here, depending on how this down goes. Of course, the Rams can still get in goal-to-go situation here with this 2nd and 2. On Harbaugh, depending on where they get the first down or how long this takes, could start considering using his timeouts. Make sure he leaves his offense time in the event that Los Angeles scores a touchdown.
Give it to Michelle. Chuck Clark came up with another big stop, and it looks to be short of the sticks. So that makes it 3rd down and short now as we approach 100 seconds to play.
You got to imagine if you're the Rams, you're not afraid to let this clock continue to run. Smart by Baltimore, because if the Rams now are able to convert a first down here, they still have 3 timeouts. Can save some time. So there's a lot of game management here, a lot of strategy with the clock.
Handoff for Michelle. Stretch to the edge. And he gets taken down. Huge play by Jimmy Smith, the veteran. Sean McVay was running up the sideline to try to get a timeout, though.
Yeah, you could tell he didn't love he's going to take the timeout now. There was something about them breaking the huddle that he didn't love, whether it was the front, whether it was just confusion with the offensive line, but he didn't love it. You're going to see Jimmy Smith is going to just be an unblocked player. There's kind of some confusion. Sony Michel thought he could get around, but what a nice job there by the corner, Jimmy Smith. We mentioned how Baltimore was able to get so many guys back into the lineup today. One of them pulled the sock down. Wow, what a play. You know, now it sets it up into a must pass. You know, 4th and 5, you got to assume they're going to put this ball in Stafford's hands. Don't be surprised if Baltimore clamps and double teams Cooper Kupp. Make Stafford go through his progression. Don't give him an easy one to his #1 target. Defensive coordinator Wink Martindale, you got to imagine he's got something dialed up.
On 4th down, Stafford slings, Beckham holds on. 1st down and goal for Los Angeles. What an incredible grab by Odell Beckham Jr. A minute to play and a timeout call.
Yeah, now if you're Baltimore, now you got to start using your timeouts, but look at this hands catch. Odell Beckham is one of the best hands catcher in NFL history, and he came through at the right time, knew where the first down was. Only a yard or two past. Tavon Young just couldn't quite drive. But as we mentioned, at the top of the screen, Cooper Kupp, he got double teamed. The safety in the corner took him away pre-snap. Stafford saw it. It's not a bad deal when your second option on the play is Odell Beckham Jr. Those are the plays they traded for. When they brought him here, granted they had Robert Woods at the time. They lost him shortly thereafter. Those are the plays they need out of him being their number 2 option with the amount of attention that Cooper Kupp gets.
7th game for Beckham. He's been more productive in the 7 games here than the 6 with Cleveland earlier this year. They added a second to the clock. Craig said a 3-point lead, because again, you know who's on the other side. Justin Tucker, great range, can tie the game. Can't take the lead if they convert this too. Stafford, Beckham slipped. Oh, he lateraled it back for Michelle, and it's blown up by Tony Jefferson II, who just got added to the roster the last couple of games. With all of the injuries in the secondary, he comes up with the biggest Ravens play of the season to keep it a 1-point game.
What a cool play. I mean, Sean McVay had this dialed up from the beginning, but look at Tony Jefferson. He started to go tackle Odell Beckham, and then he just had the awareness. Veteran play, he redirects with the pitch and has just enough. If he doesn't make that tackle, it's a walk-in for Sony Michel. Fun play, but tell you what, they needed someone to step up with the attention Cooper Kupp was getting, and Odell Beckham came through right there for Matt Stafford.
Now, after all that, still the touchdown puts him in front. A 1-point lead for Los Angeles. Stafford excellent on that last series. A 75-yard drive to take their first lead of the day. Stafford was 6 for 6 on the series, including those 2 huge plays at the end to Beckham.
Hey, what'd we say? Sometimes the game doesn't go perfect. Doesn't always go according to script. But Stafford was at his best when his team needed him the most. Set ourselves up for a fun finale here. See what Tyler Huntley, this young quarterback, see what he has in store.
Out to the 25 comes Baltimore. Welcome those of you around the country joining us. This was the last drive, a 4th down clutch conversion catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And then coming right back to him, able to secure, get it across the plane of the goal line to give the Rams their first lead of the day. It's 20-19. Tyler Huntley making his 3rd career start today. The second in the last 3 weeks for Lamar Jackson, who's out with the ankle injury. A must-win game for Baltimore. There's Mark Andrews making the grab shy of the 30. Taylor Rapp was the first man to him. Only 1 timeout left for the Ravens. 45 seconds to play.
They're trying to save that 1 timeout, so they got to hurry up.
Huntley dumped it into the middle, and it is grabbed. Troy Reeder stops Devin Duvernay. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, knowing the situation here, short completions don't do you a lot of good. So if you're Tyler Huntley, You want to take your shots, and if there's nothing there, kill it.
Oh, dangerous throw. Darius Williams nearly sealed the deal in front of Marquise Brown, and it brings up 4th down and 1. Oh,
lucky this
man.
Picked just underneath Williams' fingertips, but it sets up a critical 4th and 1 here. You know, with the timeout, you still can work the entire field. You only got 23 seconds left, so you got to be. Oops, looks like the Rams took their timeout.
Kind of a Polaroid timeout. They got a little bit of a picture as to what they lined up with. The first timeout used by the Rams. Again, the Rams have taken the lead. If they win and Arizona loses coming up next against Dallas, then the Rams would lock up the NFC West Divisional Championship. America's Game of the Week is coming up next. Huge game in the NFC seeding race as well for the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Lions, Seahawks, Panthers, Saints as well. Couple of Miami, Ohio Redhawks on both sidelines today. McVay, the former receiver, Harbaugh, the former defensive back, both went to the same school. Of course, Sean McVay, Georgia guy. His quarterback, the Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford, has put the Rams in front. Now it's 4th down and 1 for Huntley and company. Quick throw, held onto by Andrews. Still a timeout, and they'll use it here to stop the clock with 19 seconds to go. So no more timeouts. Remember, Justin Tucker has extended range. You may only have 1 or 2 plays and a spike to get a chance for Tucker to win the game.
Yeah, before we get into that, I just want to make note. Mark Andrews there with Jalen Ramsey on him. Must have it. Season on the line, 4th down. Was there any mystery where that ball was going?
Go to your best guy.
You go to your best guy. You put your best guy on him. It was good coverage. Those are plays he's made all season. Pretty remarkable. Now, as far as setting this up, you're exactly right. They got 19 seconds. They just took their final timeout. You got plenty of time. If you can get a chunk play, you can throw it between the numbers because you got time to come up and clock it and spike it. But you got to be very careful. You can't throw anything inbounds short.
Rush coming from the Rams. Pressure on Huntley. Down he goes. Von Miller. A clutch sack. You have to sack it now.
Problem is his receivers are 30 yards down the field. They got to hurry up and clock it.
Got to get set. Now they spike. 3 seconds to go. And Von Miller with his 2nd sack with the Rams comes up at a huge moment.
You're going to see him right here. Him and Aaron Donald. They got to get off the line. Just a nice little dip under. You can see at the top, Huntley lost his footing. We haven't called Von Miller's name really at all day. But when you go out and you acquire guys like that, they just have a knack. For I might be a little quiet all game, and I might not have my name heard, but when you need me the most, the 2 guys they acquired.
Von Miller,
Odell Beckham.
Yep. Coming up huge down the stretch for the Rams.
Again, it's not volume. It's not the days where Odell's got 150 and Von Miller's got 4.5 sacks. It was just small little plays, but at very opportune times. That's why you go out and you get veterans like that.
The active leader in sacks, over 112 in Von Miller's career.
I got bad memories of him sacking the quarterback.
I imagine you got lined up one-on-one against him for a block or 2 once in a while.
Yeah, he kind of threw off our Super Bowl chances back.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I've moved on.
Happy to be with you in the booth today. 3rd down and 24, game down to this.
See what they have in line.
And timeout call by Sean McVay. Boy, what a game it's been. Ravens still in the midst of the playoff hunt. But boy, they were in command. A couple of trips to the red zone, end up in field goals. That huge stop to keep it at a 5-point game rather than extend it to a 9-point game. Stafford drives them down. They take the lead. 2 huge catches by Beckham, and now the sack by Miller. It has been dramatic in the final 4 minutes of the first and the final 4 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, and the Rams stars, they're the ones who made the difference. You mentioned the big sack on the drive before the touchdown by Aaron Donald. Stafford leads him down. Kupp makes a few plays. Odell Beckham, Von Miller. I mean, it's the names of the league. It's the names of this Rams team. And sometimes your stars got to be stars. And that's what we've seen today, especially in the second half.
They need a miracle now. It's Bateman. Back for Brown. Punched loose by Aaron Donald. Rams have it, and the Rams win it.
Talk about having to win different style games to make it on a playoff run these last few weeks. The Rams have proven just that. Not everything went great. The defense played great today, made some huge stops, forced a couple first to turnover. What a big win for the Rams. Sean McVay's got to feel great about his team pulling that one out.
For Greg, Pam, and our wonderful crew, Adam Amin, sending you to the studio for the State Farm Game Break. 5 in a row for Los Angeles.
Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.
All right, and so the Rams get the win, meaning if Dallas beats Arizona in America's